What's happening, everybody? Big John here, really big guy tactical, coming at you. Will this be day 104, otherwise known as Sunday Q&A? Today's Q&A is going to be a little bit different. I went out today, and it was still snowing like fifth winter, and so there wasn't really much to do out and about other than slip and fall on your butt. I don't know how many times. I did not, luckily. Knock on wood. But yeah, so I decided, hey, about in the afternoon, I was like, I'll go over to Richard's. So I went over to Richard's to look at his new cars that he was so lucky to come across. $5,000 for 77 Corvette and a 78 Corvette and a 77 Camaro, which I have video of both. Sexy new cars.
Huh?
New to Richard, anyways. I'm filming.
Oh.
Say hi to the world, Richard.
What's up?
What's up, planet Earth?
What's up, planet Earth?
And we got some snow to remove.
I just broke it!
You broke what?
The lightning!
Aww.
I gotta transfer to a different spray bottle.
Aww.
If anyone wants to donate to the Richard Needs a Bigger Workspace Fund.
Technical difficulties. Hang on, I'm gonna have to pause this. Oh. And that's the before shot. And then tune back in a few months for the after shot. After shot. So, Rich, are you gonna put a four banger in there?
No, the whole plan is to put a, I want to get a rotary engine and put it in.
Rotary engine?
Yeah,
We do a RX-7 swap.
Oh yeah,
Why
go with reliability of a 327 when you can just go for pure unreliability shit?
Well, the RX-7s were talented and everything like that. I'm surprised you're not going to be like, oh, let's LS1 swap it. Instead, we're going to go the other route. We're going to go backwards.
I can make money with her this way. I can. I can treat her like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Nice and good.
And John's without a muscle car yet again. Oh, well. Goodbye, cruel world. And, just a little goofing off there. But we're going to clean the interior of the Camaro and really kind of get the seats. It's almost original. The 327, it's a little, obviously it's not original, but I'm going to get in there and clean it up and everything like that. Doesn't need much, just that and some paint. We're gonna go ahead and we got a buddy who paints pretty good, so he actually paints really good. Set something up to where we can get the Camaro, painted this summer, and he wants to flip that, so he can kind of pay for more of the stuff on the vet. If he can get the Camaro flipped for what he wants to get it flipped for, pays for both the cars and a little bit extra, and it's definitely worth it. It's hella worth it. He's really good with the classic cars and everything like that. I've never seen anybody, and he also gets lucky on this stuff too. He's been trading muscle cars for quite some time. The unlucky muscle car he had was a Monte Carlo, and then he lucked into a Nova, which kind of drove a little crooked, and I think one cylinder was completely dead in it. So it didn't seem like luck, but it used to be like a puke green color, and we ultimately did a flat black, and he did the interior with the bucket seats and did a nice interior and everything like that, and he sold it. And then he hopped into a Nova, and that car, that Nova was just needed paint. Everything was done. It had the differential was all done up. It had a the custom 3-link setup in the rear, disc brakes all the way around. The thing had a line lock on it. the Hearst shifter, does a 383 stroker. It was bad ass. Got lucky with that. I don't think he sold that for as much as he really wanted to, but it was just something that he needed the money for a house, and he purchased a house, and now he's solid in the house. So he wants to do some amenities to the house, and rather than borrowing against the house, he's like, I know muscle cars, and this deal literally fell into his lap. Let me get two mid-70s GM muscle cars, and they are in excellent shape. One needs paint and the interior gone through, and that's what we were gonna do there. But it just ended up being too cold to be in the garage to try and scrub through the the interior. It's got a cloth interior, blue. It didn't have any carpet, so we're gonna clean the floorboards and stuff like that real well. Hit it with some new interior paint, and then we're gonna go ahead and maybe put some sound mat or something like that down, and then like either a silver or a black carpet, probably a silver carpet. I know a lot of people are like silver carpet. It's like it really matched with the blue in the trim in that year. It was almost era specific. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That's again, these are he knows what to do to flip them and to get people to bite. All the pieces for both cars are there. When we say pieces, I mean it's just the trim pieces off the Camaro we're taking apart, and the Corvettes. I mean it's there. It's just got a really gnarly Krylon paint job. The car's got I think 40,000 original miles on it or something like that, and we're gonna go through and figure out why it's using oil and probably pull it out and do either a rebuild, and that's what I'm trying to get him to do. We'll just pull it out, we'll rebuild it. If not us, a machine shop, they who does this. We don't have to. We're not trying to crank performance out of it. We're trying to make it nice, clean, elegant, just a good-looking car, and then we'll probably do like a white on white because it's got a white interior. So we'll probably just it used to be silver exterior, but like I said, Krylon paint jobs are the worst, and they Kryloned two-tone white and well, like a silver and that red, and it's gross. The red is just gross. It looks like pockmarks and stuff. It's kind of gross. But that's what we got. That's what we were sitting there and just kind of brainstorming that today, and yeah. So I mean, an uneventful weekend. Saturday I basically just watched it snow, and watched. I mean, it started Friday night. It started Friday night, and it shouldn't have started Friday night. It was supposed to start Saturday, like midday, and it started Friday night, and it was a big old fat snowflakes falling, like the ones that you can hear hit the ground. And I was like, here we go. And by the time I got out of work, there was already about 6 inches of snow on my truck, and I cleared it all off, and there was another 3 inches on my truck, and I was like, really? So, but I made it home safe and sound, and tomorrow morning I'll have to wake up bright and early to go move the truck for the apartment complex to plow. And I park on the street, but you never know which side to park on. So they always get you somehow. And there's just too many people on the road to really go, you know what, I think I'll just wake up a little bit early and move my stuff. So that's what we got going on this weekend. So I hope you guys enjoy those videos. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick, there weren't astronomical amount of questions. Somebody had already asked, do I feel I look any different from losing the 45 pounds? I don't know where I'm losing it from, and I know it's got to be a lot of water weight. I noticed my legs look more defined. My feet are vascular again, and I don't know if that's where I'm losing it. My goal this next question, my goal for the next 100 days is to really push it. I ultimately, boom, want to get moved, boom, want to get that gym membership down, and really get a set schedule going. Financially, that apartment is gonna help me tremendously with everything that I want to do. And if I also get my review and squeeze a couple extra bucks out of that review, I'll definitely be set as far as making sure that I can pay for the things I need to pay for, such as i.e. gym membership and the credit card payments and blah 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 blah, and and really just kind of not worry about where the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle sucks, and the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle when you really want to try and push stuff that you want to do, like this channel, um, you know and making sure that I can put out stuff. I've constantly got ideas. I got a little notebook in my truck that's just like I'm just jotting stuff down, just random stuff. I'm looking at holsters to hold the phone, the little tripods, little octopus ones, which you can kind of set up in weird areas and stuff like that. Just stuff that has like there's suction cups and magnets and a whole bunch of other stuff, just where I could put stuff in different spots and really just kind of go to town. And I really foresee myself doing that in this new apartment and letting you guys into more of that part of my life, and not just in the apartment, but I mean having those little tripods that are super easy to carry, just toss in the truck. I mean, I got a little tripod right now. Well, it's not little, it's a full-size tripod, and it's a full-size tripod with one of those phone case holders kind of put up at the top, clipped onto the top, and the phone case that my phone's in right now doesn't fit in the phone case holder, so there's literally a rubber band holding this puppy together. So 10 years from now, when we're still doing this, and we got a legit camera or like a GoPro or something like that hooked up to other stuff, or I'm live streaming or something like that, look at how far we've come. But my goals for the next 100 days: move, gym membership, acquire more kitchen appliance stuff. I went through it. I just evacuated a whole bunch of. It's all mixed mass garbage. Not that mixed mass garbage is whatever, but when you got heavy OCD and stuff like that, not heavy OCD. I can't say heavy OCD because I don't have heavy OCD. It's just when I'm thinking about it, it'd be nice to have a limited amount of stuff, just because my apartment's not really big enough to entertain more than maybe 3 or 4 people at a time. So I'm going to I want to reflect that in the amount of stuff that I have, as far as having so many forks, so many spoons, so many knives, and right now I have a variety of spoons and like 2 forks, and I can't explain it. I don't know where all the forks went. But I definitely want to have, just kind of like the nice sets of stuff. I say my next apartment's going to be my big boy apartment, where everything is big boy, not like fat boy, but like adult apartment. Even though it's basically a part of a shop, but it's going to be a nice apartment. But yeah, those are my goals. Not too many. I mean, the weight loss is definitely still up there, prevalent with the with the with the gym and everything like that. I want to see how incorporating a more rigorous routine of physical activity, as far as like cardio is concerned. I know I could probably just get out and walk and everything like that, but I'd like to hop on the treadmill, do some have a little bit more in depth stretching. I wake up and I do some stretches, but nothing more than reaching for the feet and stretching those out and doing the next stuff, and just stuff you do at the beginning of football season, whatever you remembered and arms and whatnot. Just kind of getting loosened up for the day. Um, yeah. So I mean, those are my plans, and those are my goals for the next 100 days. I'd like to see more than 45 pound weight loss, but we'll cross that road, when we get to it for day 200. So, and hopefully all of you and maybe more of you are going to be watching that or tuning back to see what happened during that week I hit 100. And shout out to the people who want to help me with the video editing and everything like that. I don't know per se how to send these kind of files from my phone out there. So I guess I'm just gonna keep rocking this for a while until like I get really into the I get either a laptop or a tower or something like that. Really build onto that. So I'm trying. And we're succeeding on a couple of the fronts, and like I said, when we get all moved over and everything like that, we'll get that choo-choo train barreling down the tracks. So, but that's pretty much it for this Sunday. I'm gonna catch some Z's and wake up and move my truck and probably take another, maybe a little nappy poo before work, or straighten some stuff out. I don't know. I'm thinking about straightening some stuff out. But we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. All right. See you then. Love you guys. Bye.